Thanks, Ivan and Carly. Hello and welcome to Western Perspective. I'm Nelson Liu. Thanks for joining us. Tonight, Australia has always been a nation known for its drinking culture. But a violent brawl in Perth's entertainment district Northbridge early last Sunday has sparked calls for new lockout laws for bars and clubs to stop alcohol-fuelled violence, despite beliefs WA has moved towards more sensible drinking. So has Australia's drinking culture changed, or does WA need new laws to stop alcohol-related injuries and deaths? We took a closer look to find out the truth about the violence surrounding our drinking culture. Australians have always enjoyed a drink at the pub. But the amount Australians drink at bars and clubs has been called into question as the cause of deadly violence in Western Australia's entertainment districts. Experts believe WA's drinking culture has changed, but continuing violence in WA's night spots has increased concerns about alcohol-fuelled injuries and deaths from excessive drinking.
It just makes common sense that if you give people better access to alcohol, we're going to have an increased impact of that drug on people in the street.
Matthew Clark is a bar owner in Perth CBD. He's been running his venue in the city without experiencing much violence, despite the existence of alcohol-fuelled violence across Perth.
With RSA in place, and we run a responsible venue like many venues around town do, it's very rare that we actually see violence.
Matthew says his bar has been serving alcohol sensibly to customers, but while his venue has been violence-free, others see the situation across WA's entertainment districts differently. WA Opposition Police Minister Michelle Roberts says a dangerous culture of excessive alcohol consumption is still a concern in WA, as well as deaths and injuries resulting from alcohol-related brutality.
Young people drinking to excess is a major problem, and when you combine that with drugs and other things, it's a real worry.
It's led to calls for laws locking out drinkers at licensed venues after midnight to curb extreme drinking and prevent fights. But there are claims the laws are unnecessary and businesses will be affected.
The AMA is calling for lockout laws which affect obviously every licensed premise in the state. If the violence isn't coming from the licensed venue, why do we need to have a lockout law?
We think it's a much better idea to have a proactive police presence, and if we had that, we doubt that those lockout laws would be required.
Venue owners believe people will still be safe without new lockout legislation.
If licensed premises are open longer, that I don't think will lead to more violence. The casino, for example, is open 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Do they have more violence than anywhere else?
However, others believe WA's drinking culture has changed.
I don't think West Australians go out now for drinking. I think they go out for entertainment, social catch-ups, and be together. And that's very different than I think that's occurred in the last 5 years.
And Matthew believes that difference is just the beginning to improving how Australians look at social drinking in the future.
The problem is a cultural problem in our community, that it's acceptable to drink to excess and go out and be violent. Education needs to happen at home when kids are young, and they need to grow up in a culture that is safe and supportive.
And that's all the time we have for this week. Next time on Western Perspective, the most controversial deal you've never heard of. Until then, good night.